Greetings, beautiful Earthlings. Greetings and welcome. Happy Tarot Tuesday. I hope your week is starting off just wonderfully. Today, we're going to be going from the Moonology deck. It's one of my favorite oracle decks. And then next week, we're going to go back to the intro to tarot format, but coming back today, especially going into the full moon coming up on Thursday, which is a full moon in Cancer, I wanted to go to the Moonology deck and just give everybody a chance to use their intuition this week. So welcome. I want to shuffle a little bit more, but I also would like to show you cards 1, 2, and 3 so that if you're just joining us or if you're watching the replay on YouTube, you can choose your card. So this rose quartz heart is going to be representing the message that's coming through for card number 1 today. This labradorite, look how pretty that is. That's going to be representing card number 2. So if one of those have already called to you very strongly, that might be your card. And then card number 3 is going to be represented by this tiger eye. Everybody loves their tiger eye. So we're going to shuffle a little bit more. I just wanted to declare my intention and cloak this session in protection. So it is my intention today to bring through a message for you based on whichever of these stones your intuition drew you to today. So what I want to bring through is something that would help you in becoming your greatest version. I'm interested in assisting you in getting out of your own way if that's what you're looking for. Any additional messages that come through for you, we just pray that it would be in the name of unconditional love and light. So it is, and so mote it be. Also, just protecting and blessing this entire session. And as always, in all of my sessions, as well as all of my videos, the threefold law of deflection applies. So only love and light. So mote it be. So I'm feeling one more cut. 3 cards for you guys today. For those of you who chose card number 1, it's a new moon in Virgo, and I'm already getting a green theme. For those of you who chose card number 2, full moon eclipse. Card number 2 choosers, getting a little bit of a stronger message coming through. Ooh, some strong messages for those of you who drew card number 3, super moon, emotions running high. So 3 really great messages. Let us see what Spirit brings through for those of you who chose card number 1, represented by this beautiful rose quartz heart. So for those of you who chose card number 1, new moon in Virgo, right now is a time for you to give rather than receive. I've kind of been getting this message coming around a little bit. Really the biggest message that I'm feeling right now, especially playing off of this green color that we're getting with card number 1, new moon in Virgo, is that it's time for you to give in the form of communication and healing. So as far as communication goes, the things that you can give of your soul is essentially any type of healing message that needs to come through. This stuff's coming through fast today. So for card number 1, healing messages specifically for your loved ones within your close, immediate family. So they're asking you to give, and like I said, this is not something that they're asking you to reach into your pocket for. This is something that's going to be coming through in the form of a healing message. So I'm getting a message of it's either something that you need to communicate so that you can forgive. So it's actually a gift to this individual as well as a gift to yourself. One other thing that I'm getting come through for card number 1, a time to give rather than take, the new moon in Virgo, is that you're meant to sort of like, I'm just getting a big message of healing forgiveness come through. giving and the healing green is essentially like this is going to be the biggest gift that you can give to both yourself and whoever this individual is who's really close to you. And if it is a Virgo, that would be sort of like an additional confirmation for that, is that this communication is going to really kind of bring you guys to the next level in your relationship. This, I'm kind of getting like an opposite sex dynamic. So this is either a parent with their opposite sex child, or a child with their opposite sex parent, or this could be siblings, or even a married couple. So, and the heart rose quartz is really kind of like playing off with the green for the heart chakra. So this is a really big heart chakra message. And the gift that you're meant to give is the gift of healing through your communication with regard to some kind of clearing up a communication for the purpose of forgiveness. So whatever that's meaning for those of you who chose card number one, stuff coming through really clearly today. So that's awesome. Now, for those of you who chose card number two, you've chosen the full moon eclipse. So this is very interesting. The major message from this card is that your conclusions are within reach. So this message and the full moon eclipse sort of indicates a strong message of like duality and polarity. And I feel like that really actually goes quite well with the labradorite because there's just a lot going on. So you are going to have a really good opportunity to sort of like remove yourself from your ego and to see yourself from like a higher power viewpoint or vantage point. So this is really going to assist you in coming to a conclusion that you've really been struggling with. So what I'm seeing is sort of like, you know, with the full moon eclipse, typically with the full moon energy, this is a lot of your shadow side. So the full moon is going to pull out what you try to kind of like push deep down and deny of yourself. It is the shadow side. It illuminates the sort of like the skeletons in the closet. So what I'm getting for card number two, and this again is appropriate because labradorite would really assist you in this. It gives us the strength and more importantly, the spiritual protection to confront the skeletons in the closet. So what I'm getting for those of you who chose card number two, labradorite, full moon eclipse, conclusions are within reach because right now you literally have a chance to look at yourself. It's almost like you're watching a movie of yourself. And whatever the struggle is that you're going through, this is sort of like I'm seeing this as like the climax of your movie. And your spirit guides and your angels want you to sort of like remove yourself from the situation and watch this from your higher power vantage point as if you're watching the movie of your life. And this is the climax. And they want you to ask yourself, what's the resolution? So it's like that's what the eclipse part of this full moon card is, that you're allowing yourself to be in the full moon energy, but the eclipse is sort of like pulling you out of actually being in that energy so that you can turn and face and remember that this is the story that you're writing. So they're asking you like, what's the next page going to say? This is all up to you. The full moon eclipse clarity is going to help you with that. So, and I'm hearing journaling will help. So if you're going to journal, you can identify what this current block is and then speak in your journal or write in your journal as your higher self. Be like, oh, Kimberly is struggling with this. And this is, you know, the climax of the story, but little does she know, right around the corner. So start writing your happy ending, card number two choosers. Now, for those of you who chose card number three, the beautiful Tiger Eye, confidence and courage. We had Tiger Eye last week as well. I wonder if the same ones of you who were drawn to Tiger Eye last week were drawn this week. You have drawn the Supermoon, and this is a very, very emotional card. Emotions are running high. So not only is this a supermoon, or I should say not only is this a full moon, it's a supermoon. So that means that the moon is essentially as close to the earth as it possibly can be. So this means that you are very, very close to your shadow side, but also very close to a breakthrough. So right now, for those of you who chose card number three, the emotions are running high, and it's sort of like you're on the bubble of a breakthrough or a slide back. I'm actually seeing like literally like a soap bubble, and it's very slippery. So right now, it's really important for you, think kind of like slippery ice skates. So, like, you need to go slow, whatever this endeavor is, because it can go very quickly one way or the other. You can slide back and lose a lot of progress. Like, what I'm seeing is like you've made a lot of progress, and right now you're not really sure. It's like you have all of this power, you've invested a lot of energy in whatever this is, and it's like it's reached the point, and this I'm feeling that there are external influences that are actually making the emotions run high. So it's like there's this situation right now that you're sort of like holding in your hand. It's on the bubble, and there's an external force. This is going to blow over, but what you need to do right now is sort of like bear down. Don't make any big sudden movements right now. I would wait until the full moon, the actual full moon is over, and visualize if you're going to go forward on the bubble toward that momentum that you've already been creating. Visualize where you want to be. So not taking big steps right now, but more like kind of like visualizing, and then once we reach the full moon, if you see that opportunity come, then you would want to seize it. But for the next few days, approaching Thursday, the full moon, sort of just buckle down because the emotions are running high and you don't want to act on those emotions. You want to sort of, a little bit like card number 2, observe, but different than card number 2 is that what you really are, it's kind of like we had this gnarly windstorm here in Southern California with rain and hail as well yesterday, and I'm sort of seeing as like you guys are like just like trying to hang on this bubble and like not slide, so it's all slimy, not slide one way or the other. So just like batten down the hatches for now, wait for the storm to pass, this emotional storm, and just continue because you are at the pinnacle. I see you guys at the pinnacle of your bubble right now. It's just um there are forces that could have you slide back. Being aware of that is everything though. So that's all I got for you guys. Always good messages coming from the Moon Oracle card guidebook. So I really hope that you guys, the Moon Oracle card deck, I really hope you guys got the messages that you needed to go forward through this week, stepping out of your own way and reaching your goals. I will see you Friday for sure for Feel Good Friday, but probably before then because I'm having a lot of fun creating all of this content for you guys. So thank you very much for being here. I love you. I will see you all very soon. Have the most blessed day. Goodbye. Bring for you guys one more time.